Hi, my name is Amy Klevick, and I'm the Senior Director of Growth Operations here at Conveyor Marketing Group. Today, I'm going to go over an overview of Sales Navigator. I'm going to review a Sales Navigator intro. I'm going to tell you what it is and how to use it best. I'm also going to review some key features, some key terminology that will be good to ensure that we're all on the same page before I go through the LinkedIn walkthrough. And I'll also review the pricing associated with Sales Navigator. So what is Sales Navigator? Sales Navigator is LinkedIn's advanced sales platform designed for sales professionals to connect with the right decision makers more efficiently. At its core, Sales Navigator empowers sales professionals to identify and learn about potential customers quickly, track key developments at target accounts to seize opportunities, and connect with prospects and build relationships through LinkedIn's robust messaging features. Sales Navigator enhances daily sales efforts by having unlimited searches across LinkedIn's global network with the ability to save these searches for efficiency. It also allows you to customize search filters by region, industry, function, and seniority for automatic lead recommendations. You could also prioritize opportunities by using sales spotlights to highlight key prospects based on recent job changes, shared experiences, or activity. You can leverage InMail for personalized quick conversations with new prospects. And you can also save leads and accounts to receive real-time updates, build custom lists, and share notes with your team. Here are some key terms you should be familiar with when using Sales Navigator to ensure we're all on the same page as we do the walkthrough. A lead refers to the person or customer that you're looking at. The account refers to the company or organization. InMail is LinkedIn's messaging feature that allows you to send personalized messages to users who aren't in your network. Here you will see the 3 different pricing options for LinkedIn Sales Navigator. Core is the lowest package, and this covers most needs. The pricing for this starts at just under $100 a month. Next up is the advanced package, which starts at just under $180 a month. And the largest package is Advanced Plus, which requires custom pricing. However, this does integrate into your CRM, and the CRMs that Sales Navigator integrates into include Salesforce, HubSpot, and Microsoft Dynamics. Now that we have a general overview of what Sales Navigator is, let's jump into a walkthrough of the actual platform. Sales Navigator is part of LinkedIn. However, it does operate separately. So there's a couple ways that you can get to Sales Navigator from your LinkedIn home screen. There's a button here underneath your profile, or there's a button up here on the right-hand corner. I'm going to go ahead and use the button on the upper right-hand corner. This is the LinkedIn Sales Navigator home screen. As you will see, this does look very different than LinkedIn. If you have any notifications that you haven't yet viewed, those will automatically pop up on the right-hand side here when you open up to your home screen. There's an alert section in this middle screen, which is really great to be able to engage with the contacts inside of your network that you have tagged as key accounts. So you'll see here that it'll give me notifications of people inside of my network that have posted recently. You can view this entire post by clicking this view button on the side, and the entire post will open up on the right-hand side panel. You can engage by liking and commenting directly from this side panel. You will also see up top different highlights from the accounts that you have saved. If they're trending in any way or if they're mentioned in the news, you will see all of those notifications up top. You will also see over here some general overviews of priority accounts that you have tagged. This will allow you to see new decision makers in the past 90 days, if the employee counts have increased or decreased over the last 6 months, and it also gives you an option to click this view decision makers to be able to increase the connections you have inside of different organizations. Inside of the account list, this is all saved accounts. Again, the company or organization that you have previously saved inside of your Sales Navigator account. You will see any recent changes up at the top, and down below will give you a little bit more of a robust options. You will see that there are some alerts in this alert section, but it'll also allow you to add notes, All you have to do is click the Add Note button, type in whatever you would like, and hit Done, and that will save. It'll also give you lead recommendations, again, to increase your connections inside of the organization. Or if you wanted to see a little bit more into the organization, you can click these 3 dots and it'll take you to the company page to see other top leads inside of this account. This is the Relationship Explorer that, again, will give you top people to connect with at the company. This is the company page inside of LinkedIn Sales Navigator. You will see that, again, this looks very different than LinkedIn. You can go down here to the relationship map that you can actually work with, and it gives you visibility and allows you to create organizational charts that allows you to see what connections you have inside of the organization and maybe what other connections you might need to make if you're a visual person and this is helpful for you. If you keep scrolling down, you will see the growth insights inside of the organization. And you'll also be served up options that people who viewed this company have also viewed. Down below, you will have all of your account alerts, and you can filter these alerts by the side panel here on the right-hand side. Now let's jump into the lead section. Again, the lead section refers to the person. You will see here that there are 3 system-generated lists automatically created by LinkedIn Sales Navigator. The first one are recently accepted connections and InMails. The next one is new executives at saved accounts. And the last one is recommended leads, which these are people that you are not yet connected with, but the system has automatically generated a list based off of your previous search criteria. You can also create custom lists, which I have done below, and you can do this by clicking the Create Lead List button, and you can create your lead list name and hit Create. You could also see all saved leads by clicking this All Saved Leads section over on the right-hand side, which will open up all the saved leads that you have inside of your account. Now let's go into the messaging section. The messaging section, there's 2 caveats I would like to discuss. Is one, I do highly recommend that any conversations that you have inside of LinkedIn, that you have it inside of LinkedIn versus LinkedIn Sales Navigator. They do have 2 separate inboxes. The reason why I would recommend you to keep all of your conversations in LinkedIn versus LinkedIn Sales Navigator is because if you ever decide to get rid of LinkedIn Sales Navigator, you will lose all the conversations that you had inside of that platform. You can toggle back and forth between LinkedIn Sales Navigator inbox and LinkedIn's inbox by clicking this Go to LinkedIn messaging button up here on the right-hand side. You can also navigate back to Sales Navigator inbox by clicking this button right here. Now, the second item I wanted to talk to you about with Sales Navigator inbox is that they come across as 2 different people. So if you message somebody through LinkedIn and LinkedIn Sales Navigator, it shows up like 2 separate people. And you'll see an example of this with Justin Thomas. If you are not familiar with this feature of Sales Navigator, it can look a little funny on the other end. So just something to be aware of as you start messaging your contacts. Up here underneath your profile picture, there are a few sections here that I would like to review. One of which is the settings area. This is where you can see what account type you have. And there is also a learning center in here. If there's any areas of LinkedIn Sales Navigator that you would like to dig into more of, there are some great webinars and other resources inside of the Learning Center. Over here, you will also see the amount of InMail messages you have. InMail, again, is a special messaging feature specific to LinkedIn Sales Navigator, which allows you to send messages to people that you aren't actually connected with. In order to do that, though, you have to take up one of your credits. If people respond back to you or accept your connection request within 90 days of sending that InMail, you will get that message credited back to your account. There are a couple privacy preferences over here that you can work through. The first one has your name and headline. The second one only has your company showing. And the third option is complete private mode. This is what you see when people visit your profile inside of Sales Navigator. So when you go into clicking who viewed your profile, this is what you will see. If you are in full private mode, you will only see someone visited your profile and gives no information. Down below here, you will see your email preferences as well as your notification and alert preferences that you can update to your preferences. Back up at this drop-down menu, I also wanted to review the social selling index. The social selling index is comprised of 4 different components to make up your score. Down here, you will see the breakdown of where that score is made up from. And if you hover over this question mark, it will give you the definition of what this is and how you can increase that score. Up above, it'll give you some insights into where you are ranking in your team, industry, and network. And down below will give you a breakdown of those scores and how they are all ranking. It is recommended to keep your score between 60 and 70 to keep your visibility on LinkedIn high. As I said previously, LinkedIn Sales Navigator is separate from LinkedIn. However, you can navigate back to LinkedIn by clicking this Go to LinkedIn button on this dropdown. Now that I have reviewed kind of the basics, different areas of LinkedIn Sales Navigator, let's jump in and start creating an actual lead list based off of the information that we want it to pull. Before diving into this, it is important to have an ICP defined. So to have an idea of what kind of industry or people that you are looking to target is really important so you can input that information into these filters and get leads generated that will suit your needs. So I'm going to go ahead here and put in revenue. I'm going to do 20 million up to the highest. And again, I am working on the account side right now, so this is for the company. I'm going to go ahead and enter this again because it didn't save. Make sure you hit add so it saves. And as we input filters on this left-hand side panel, leads will automatically start populating over on this other side. Gonna go ahead and do company headcount. Let's do above 50. And you do have to click on each one of these ranges to include it inside of your search filter. See here, let's do industries. So industries here, I'm going to include professional services. Let's do telecommunications. And as you'll see, as I type these in, the options that it has inside of the system will automatically begin populating. So I'm going to go ahead and include these. And you can include as many of those as you like, but for this particular use case, that's all I'm going to put in. Now I'm going to go over and start working on the lead filters. So as you'll see, all the information that I put in on the account side, that is available on the lead side, which again refers to the person, will automatically populate over. I'm going to expand this filter so I can see all the options available. And I'm going to continue to refine this search. So I'm going to go ahead and go down to role or function. I'm going to do marketing. And I'm going to, you can do job title or seniority level, or you can do both. I prefer to do seniority level. So I'm going to go ahead and include a vice president, director, and I'm going to do senior. That'll give me the options that I need for this particular use case. Now, with geography, since this results, I have 590,000 results. That's a lot of results to dig through. So I'm going to continue to sift this down further and pull it down to North America to create that list to be a little bit more manageable. Buyer intent is newer to Sales Navigator, and these are really great filters to use if you want to connect with people that are following your company, or if you want to see who have viewed your profile recently. Those are really great options to have to connect with people who are showing some kind of intent. For this particular use case, I'm going to build this around a list that I am looking to increase my network. So underneath the connection piece, there are different degrees of connections. The first degree connections are people that you are already connected with. Second degree connections are people that you have some kind of mutual connection with. Third degree connections are people that you have no connections with whatsoever. And I highly recommend not targeting third degree connections just because the likelihood of them accepting a connection request with no connections in common is really low. The only time I personally engage in third degree connections is if they have engaged with my content, viewed my profile, or have visited or engaged with content on my company profile. You can also filter by group members. So you will see over here on the right-hand side that there's a shared group here because I am part of the digital marketing group on LinkedIn. You can also filter down by people who are only inside of shared groups as well. Again, since I'm going to build this list for people that I would like to expand my network with, I am going to choose second degree connections. Another option that I like to toggle on, again, to make sure that I am targeting the right people, is I like to choose this posted on LinkedIn option, and I like to toggle that on because I really only want to engage with people who are active on the platform. Now, this gives me 9.5 thousand results, which is, again, a lot to work with, but you can save these searches. So to save these searches, you toggle this button on, and that will save your search. If you want to ever take a look at save searches, click the Save Search button, and you will see that this just saved. Now you can edit this name by clicking the pencil, backspacing all of this, and hitting Save, just like I did with this one down here. Now, again, since I am on the lead section, this is showing me the person. And you can go ahead and hover over top of these companies, and this will give you a brief overview of the company that these leads work at. If you want to see more, you can always right click, and I like to open up in tabs so I don't lose where I'm at. And this will take you directly to that company page that we reviewed earlier. In addition, if you wanted to take a look at the person and see a little bit more about them, you could again right-click on their name, open up in the right tab, and this will take you to their Sales Navigator profile. Again, this does look different than it does in regular LinkedIn. This is really great, though, because it shows you some of these options up here of what you share in common, which gives you really great connecting points. If you click these three buttons over here, this is where you can also connect directly with them from this field. If you hit connect, it'll give you an option to put in a personal message. I do recommend you putting in a personal message, even if it's something super short, like I would love to connect Rennie, but something in there will increase the likelihood of them connecting with you. As you will see, this also has save as lead automatically checkmarked. This will save it in that lead section that we reviewed earlier. If you do not want this particular lead saved, all you have to do is uncheckmark that, and it won't save inside of that list. In addition, here is the InMail option. So you can message this person, and it'll show you over here in this section, it'll tell you how many credits that you have available. However, with this particular person, they have an open profile. There is a very small section of LinkedIn that has open profiles. And what this means is that they are open to receiving messages, whether you're connected with them or not. And those do not require any InMail credits to message. Now that I've gone over the basics of Sales Navigator, I hope you can see what a powerful tool this can be for your business development teams. There are a couple strategies that can increase the success of Sales Navigator which one of them includes a really strong content strategy for the individuals that are actually doing the outreach. As you put content out there, that will help you increase trust with your network, as well as teaching them a little bit about you and what you do, which will increase likelihood of conversion. Another one is to engage with your network, like, comment, engage with their posts. Again, that will help strengthen trust within your network. The last one is follow-up. Follow-up is key. When I send out a connection request and they are accepted, I wait a day or two and I send a follow-up message. It can be a very soft message of just saying, hey, thank you for connecting. I'm looking forward to learning about you and engaging with your insights. How can I help you? And you'll be surprised at what conversations can spark from that. Again, I hope these tips are helpful and that it gives you a better way to see how you can leverage Sales Navigator with your teams.